And green flag's in the air. We're underway. 8 laps the distance here tonight for the 3 ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprint Car Series heat races. And it will be the driver out of Hilo, Hawaii, Dalen Pereira, taking the race lead off of turn number 2. That's going to move the 33 machine, Brad Weiss, to the back. From the penthouse to the outhouse goes your pole sitter. So Pereira leads lap number 1. That's going to be Danny Mathis in the number 7M, taking off the wing tonight to run with us here for the ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprint Car Series. Probably trying to get that car dialed in for the Copper Classic coming up Thanksgiving weekend. Right now running a good strong second with the 4T of Dennis Guile in third. Kyle Shipley, he's moved up a few spots right now, finds himself in the fourth position. Bruce St. James around the top 5 as Dennis Guile puts the pressure on the 7M of Danny Mathis. So it's still Pereira right now out front by about 5 car lengths over Mathis in the 7M. The 4T of Dennis Guile is in third, followed by Kyle Shipley. Top 3 using the top line, trying to work that cushion in as Kyle Shipley catfishing on the bottom through 3 and 4. Now he's going to follow the tire tracks. No, he's not. He's going to go right back down to the bottom through 1 and 2, trying to make up some ground on the tail tank of the 4T of Dennis Guile. Guile, though, running a strong car right now, pulling right up to Danny Matthews, who's catching up with Pereira as they come off of turn number 4. Top 3 drivers, you can almost throw a blanket over them as they barrel into turn number 1. Pereira by 2 car lengths now over Danny Mathis, half car length back to Guile. Guile, is he going to peek his nose down low? He does just a bit as Kyle Shipley goes full sail into turn number 3 with a good strong run. He pulls right up to the tail tank of Guile now. He's going to drop the nose down low, looking for third. So come off of turn number 2 will be Guile, though, hanging on to that third spot as Dalen Pereira has pulled away from Mathis, but he went up over the cush, put 4 in the fluff as the white flag flies. Shipley takes over that third spot from Guile. Guile makes a little contact with the old tail tank of the 0G of Shipley. So Dennis Guile takes that third spot back. Kyle Shipley trying to realize now. Guile goes down low, and Kyle Shipley just going to send it. In 3 and 4, he'll take over third as Pereira wins heat race number 1 over Danny Mathis. But how about that move? All right, getting ready for the green flag or heat race number 2. And it's in the air. Ryan Murphy and Tyler Most lead the field into turn number 1. They go full sog, barreling off in there. Mason Kiefer in the 7MK. But it'll be Murphy and Tyler Most, your top 2 drivers, as they work their way off of turn number 2. Kiefer, he's side by side with Sean Deskins as they come off of turn number 4. So it will be Murphy leading lap number 1, though, followed by Most. Kiefer, I believe, had Deskins for that third spot. Then it's the number 2 of the Prez, Josh Shipley. So it's still Murphy right now out front, having a strong run here in the early going this heat race. Second heat race of the night for the ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprint Car Series with Tyler Most right now in that second spot. Tyler Most getting a little help back there from one of the pit guys who works for the Reinbold Underwood team. Helping out Tyler Most, number 3 tonight. Looking to put it up on the front stretch here and getting into Santan Ford at Victory Lane for the ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprints. As Murphy continues to show the way off of 4. Then it's going to be Most in second, followed by Kiefer, Deskins, and the Prez right now knotted up in that 5th spot, and he has not gained on Deskins. Well, now he does, because Deskins has a big old moment there, stepped on it coming off of turn number 2. Now Deskins, though, back in the throttle as Joe Shepner looks underneath the Prez. Josh Shipley trying to take over that 5th spot and move Shipley back to 6th. Something right now looks to be a miss on that number 2 machine to Josh Shipley. Be looking to get a report from the pits later on here tonight, but right now something does not look right with that number 2 machine. Right now out front, though, it's all Ryan Murphy in the 7X over Tyler Most, Mason Kiefer, Sean Deskins, Shipley in 5th, Shepner in 6th, and rounding out the field is CJ Bunch driving for Justin Kirst here tonight, and that number 43 having a little fun, moving up from the mini sprints to the sprint car here tonight. As the white flag does fly for Ryan Murphy, he has about a 2-car length advantage over Tyler Most as he works his way into turn number 3. Joe Shepner just took over that 5th spot from Shipley. Off of 4, it will be Murphy, your heat race winner, followed by Most, Kiefer, Deskins. Then it's going to be Shepner and Shipley duking it out for that 5th position. Give it to Shepner as Josh Shipley comes home in 6th. The green flag, though, will fly. 5 cars here for this 8-lap final heat race of the night for the ASCS Santan 4 Desert Sprint Cars Series. And it will be the 5-time USAC champ. As something to miss there with Ronald Webster going into turn number 2. That thing just did not turn. He smacks the wall. As the green flag will fly, your 5-time USAC Southwest Series champion, R.J. Johnson, leads the field into turn number 1. Then it's going to be Jonas Reynolds taking over that second spot from Rick Schumann as they work off of turn number 2. Reynolds now in second, followed by Schumann in third with Andy Soul. Rounding out your 4-car field here is R.J. Johnson looking to make quick work here of this heat race. Driving the Tanner Grove machine, that number 34 car. Whenever he gets behind the wheel, he's definitely one of the drivers to watch out for. He's been put on quite a show in that number 34 with the Shipley brothers all year long, along with Dennis Guile. As you heard right there earlier, Dennis Guile did get a penalty and said he had no brakes, so we'll see how they work all that out. But right now it's R.J. Johnson out by about a full straightaway length. So he works his way off a turn at number 4. Reynolds still in that second spot, followed by the 25 AZ of Rick Schumann. Halfway through this third and final heat race, and closest battle on the racetrack right now is for that second spot. Jonas Reynolds has about a 3 or 4 car length now over Rick Schumann. He's pulled away. He's coming off a turn or 2, going to make some more space in between himself and the 25 AZ of Schumann. So Reynolds and Schumann both bringing off a turn number 4, running second and third. Andy Soul right now in fourth. R.J. Johnson actually starting to catch his tail tank. So he goes full sail into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, holding pretty well. That number 34 machine. The Western Premier Hauling, Weston Diversified Klein Engines, Tanner Graw Racing, number 34, R.J. Johnson getting ready to put the Speed Mart Joe's Racing Products 22 of Andy Soul a lap down. Going to go top shelf, put him 1 lap down as the white flag flies. So R.J. Johnson through turns 3 and 4 one final time. He'll see the checker flag in the air. This time he'll win heat race number 3. It's Jonas Reynolds and Rick Schumann. They'll duke it out for that second spot off of turn number 4. Give it to the 0 star by about half a car length over the 25 AZ of Rick Schumann.